Hi, I'm Marina and it's great to see you. I hope everyone is doing well or as well as can be during this time when we're all home locked down for COVID-19. But most importantly, I hope everyone is safe and at home. Today I will be doing this really neutral, natural look. I've been using it a lot on my TikTok and it's been my go-to look if I have to leave the house for anything at all. Minus the lipstick, of course, because I'm wearing a mask. So if you'd like to see how I get this look done, keep on watching. So guys, this particular look has been my go-to look recently, and I've mostly been doing makeup just to play on TikTok. And actually the first time I posted a video on my TikTok, if you don't follow me, you can follow me at marina.lcan. It was me doing a Cosby show reference, and I got a lot of compliments on this makeup look. I definitely will be doing that today. It's really easy, and I'm using one of my favorite palettes, the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette. This is the OG palette. I think they've done this palette over like literally about 3 or 4 times by now, and I have an original one, like one of her first releases. And this one doesn't have the color names to the bottom, but underneath the done over one there are the names of each color underneath. So this is a palette that I definitely can't do without in my kit, and anybody who is thinking of getting it, if they haven't gotten it as yet, you should definitely get it. Taking my JH34 brush, I will be dipping into the colors Butter and Puta, back and forth between these two, tapping off the excess and taking it into my crease, starting at the outer V, outer corner of the eye, and bringing it with soft circular motions to the inner part of my eye. So it offers a soft definition without being too dark. This one look I definitely don't want to go too dark with. So taking my Mattemoiselle small crease blending brush and going into this color here, which I clearly love very much, Silk Cream, and just blending it above, starting on the inner corner, going out. Again with soft circular motions into the upper crease area. Taking my JS6 brush, I will be dipping into this color here, Creamsicle, and bringing it all over the lid. It's like a light wash of it. Lid color, just doing light side to side sweeping motions to apply. So I'm not packing on the color per se, it's just more of a light wash. Going with my JH43 brush and dipping into the color here, Soda Pop, which is like a really deep brown. And I will be taking this and aligning the top part of my eyelid, keeping it as close to the lash line as possible. And then this time I'm doing stamping, pressing motions. Grabbing my Mattemoiselle smudger brush, at this time I will be taking that and placing it and gently going back and forth over the liner so I can smudge it out. I don't want a harsh defined line, which sometimes, of course, depending on the look you're going for, is fine, but this time I just want it to be blended. Taking my JH30 brush to the Monster Blender without any product in it at all, I take it and then do large circular soft motions over the entire eye just to blend and buff everything together. And just a side note guys, my eyes were already prepped and primed before we started. I used my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer as my primer today. Going back in with my JH43 brush, this is a trick that I've been doing to I know I am not the only person who finds tight lightening a bit uncomfortable. So doing this method, you get the look that you want without making yourself uncomfortable. The only eyeliner I've ever really felt comfortable tight lining with is the Milk Gel Pencil Liner. I will be dipping it into the color here, Abyss, and tight lining my eye. So this way you get to deposit the color without making yourself feel like you're going to stab yourself in the eye. And you can see a distinct difference between my right eye and my left eye. The right eye has a little more definition, and just that small thing can make the world of difference. Taking the same brush and cleaning off the color in my color switch, I will now be going into my Music Flower Brown Gel Liner and taking that into my waterline. So dipping in, of course rubbing off any excess and just pressing and packing it into the waterline. Now, by using brown rather than black on my top and bottom, except for of course the tight line, it gives a softer look. So there's definition, but it's not as intense as black. Taking my pencil brush and dipping it back into the colors Butter and Pooter, and just lightly running it under the lower lash line. And that really softens up the look. Taking my inner corner brush, I'll be dipping into the color in Light and Beam and just taking it into the inner corner slightly. And there's just a little dot of a highlight on the inner corner. And switching across to my brow bone brush, the GH42, and dipping into those same two colors and just bringing it right at the high point of the brow, the arch. And just because I don't want this to be like a dot on the top of my brow bone, I want it a little more blended, I will take my GH40 brush and just go over it gently, back and forth, windshield wiper motions. And from here, I will quickly dust my bake away using my Madame Mirage large powder brush. And I also would like to soften up the outer corners of my eyes, so I'll take my GH37 brush and just blend the outer edges with soft circular motions. And today for mascara, I'll be using the KKW mascara in black. It's been my favorite since I used it the last time, my current favorite. And wiggling the brush slightly back and forth to get it in between each lash. Doing the same thing on the lower lash line. Guys, from here you have the option of just doing mascara alone, leaving your eyes as that if you want a very natural look, or you can add a lash. So I will be adding a lash today. I'm thinking to do Little Lashes Miami Light, but first I'd like to finish the rest of the face and we'll go back to the eye. Taking my GS2 brush, dipping it into the color Caramel Cutie and bringing it underneath the cheekbones, bronzing up the face. And what I've started doing recently is a trick that I used to do before, but I haven't done it in a while, and I really want the depth in the cheekbones and the bronziness, but I like that sharp cut look. So I will be taking a little bit of powder on my Beauty Blender puff and just cleaning up underneath to prevent any kind of muddiness. And while that is there setting a bit, I'll be taking the same brush and dipping it into the color Bajan Gyal. And guys, forgive my little fingerprints all over my compacts. It's a very fingerprinty packaging. And bronzing the rest of my face. And now taking my GH1 brush and just dusting away a little bit under the cheeks. Today I'll be dipping into the Me, Myself and Mmmmitchell palette for blush. It's a pressed pigment palette and mostly for eyes, but of course I love to use my powders for various things, like many other persons. So dipping my blush brush into this color here, Milkshake, I think it's the perfect pink blush color, and bringing it to the cheeks and applying. Starting with a stipple and then blending it into bronzer. And from here, I will set my face with the Skindinavia Bridal setting spray. And for highlight, I'll be dipping into the James Charles X Morphe palette, and I'll be using the highlighting color Face, which is this color here, and dipping my GH09 brush in it. And today, surprisingly, I'm not going for a blinding highlighting look. I just want a little hint of shimmer. You all know usually I love a blinding highlight. Taking one of my nose contour brushes and dipping into the color Face as well. Bringing it slightly down the bridge of my nose, just more to the top half of it. And for the tip of my nose, going in with the GH39. And using my ring finger and just tapping it out a bit. Going back in with my nose contour brush and bringing it to the Cupid's bow. Okay, so I did the lashes and popped some brow gel on quickly off camera, and now I'll be doing lips. For lips, I'm just going in with my Highly Balmain Paris liner. And going in today with my Fenty Beauty Up to No Good Mattemoiselle. And this, guys, is the final look. Like I said before, you can do it with or without lashes depending on your preference or what look you're going for that day. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Marina Mermaid Princess, and on Twitter at Marina Louis 2, and also now on TikTok, marina.elcan. Yes, I know I have a different name for each platform, but you know how that can go sometimes. Also, guys, I hope that this video was a bit of a distraction for everyone and made you forget about the uncertainty and often sometimes scary times that we're living in right now. We will get through this, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.